All right, so today me and Chris are moving a bunch more stuff over to the new shop, and I'm going to start off with a car that I haven't even really showed. I bought a clean title Durango Hellcat shell. I actually lost all the video because my SD card became corrupt, but here it is. This is a completely clean title, 10,000 mile Detroit special Durango Hellcat. Hey Chris, are you ready for today? Chris has a headache. He hasn't had Chinese in a week. I just got the Durango over to the new shop, and we're gonna offload it and then grab the trailer right there with that Camaro on it. And then, what's he doing? And then, yeah, go grab some more cars. Oh, look at that. Came off like butter, kinda. It only took us like 30 minutes. We're down the 240, and you can see, the last time I drove it was in 2011, but the plates are from 2009. I've had this car since 2004. So this thing, I really need to get her back together. But the great thing is now she'll be off the lift and we'll take her over to the new shop. So this car, this 240, and the 240Z are both going over to the new shop. And then hopefully today we can get the Pulsar GTIR over there and possibly the Durango Hellcat over there. And then all the cars out of the inside the shop are gonna be moved, which is gonna be awesome. Just, I don't know, I don't think it'll be that heavy, just be careful. Okay. Hold on, hold on. There we go. Which way?
It's gonna come off. Straighten it out. Or is it go off or what?
Yeah. I'm just watching this side. Well, I could.
Put these under there and roll the rear end over?
No, we'll be good, I think.
Alright.
Yeah, I don't think it'll have an issue. I think that'll be good. Here, it's gonna hit that stuff, I think. Let's see. Let me straighten her out. All right, she's going on. Man, it's been a while since I've seen this car outside. I really need to get this car all nice and back together. Fix the front. What ended up happening was I had coilovers on here, and a body shop actually pulled that to get it back in line instead of adjusting the coilovers. So they messed all kinds of stuff up, which I need to fix. This is my high school car. I want it to be back 100%. And it's been a Silvia conversion since 2004. It is a 240 Silvia conversion. They also did a bunch of crappy work back here. I've showed this before. They just overlaid a panel, and then the body work wasn't that great. So I want to go through the whole car again and then just kind of start fresh. I have side skirts, have the rear spats to go with the aero bumper. But yeah, this is gonna be nice when it's all back together. I have the 240Z it up and the 240SX. I taped all of these seams because the glass isn't actually sealed in and neither the hatch isn't bolted on. So this is how I brought it over. Hopefully there's any issues and we should be good to go. But yeah, I need to start doing something with this car because it has been sitting way too long And I keep saying that, but it's gonna happen sooner or later. What do you think?
You want me to back out that way?
No, we can go forward. As long as we're back before it gets cold, because the Grand Prix only has water in it.
Well,
before it's below 30 degrees.
Lights.
Oh yeah. All right, last load of the day, I think. It's getting dark and the trailer doesn't have any lights. Got the Z, woo! I blew 240. We're getting there. No, you just pull forward. You're good. Forward. I don't think he's gonna make it. Ooh, the backing skills. The backing skills.
I couldn't see that trailer. Back there.
Huh?
I used the round mirror on the
What you need to do is when you wire up the trailer, we should wire a camera on the trailer.
Yeah.
Because it's only 3 wires.
Yeah, with that radio it would work. Yeah, I couldn't fucking see anything.
I can't see shit.
Well, if the car wasn't on there, I could see. But...
Turn the wheel so no, the other way. There you go. And now straighten it out. You're just like on the edge. Yeah, straight. Yeah, there we go. You're good. Keep going. You're good. Forward a little bit. Nah, I mean, we don't have to go all the way back. $240SX is in the shop, and I also have the 240Z. So crazy story about the 240Z is crazy story is I need to get both of these cars done and a bunch of other projects, but I've had this car for a very long time. And it came from pretty close to where the new shop is located at. So I'm really happy and excited that this car is needing to move forward, but now that it's in a place where I can actually get to it and work on it and move it around, it'll be a lot easier to work on it. Really what happened with this car was I had a bunch of dustless blasting done, and then they warped all the panels. So I had a perfect hood, perfect fenders with zero rust on them, and they all got warped, and it just really kind of discouraged me. So I haven't messed with it much, but I do have a RB30 for the car. I have a 6-speed manual transmission for the car. Same thing with this car. I was going to redo it, and I was putting the new engine. I have the SR20 Neo VVL for it. And then I noticed that the body shop ruined all this stuff. So I just, another discouragement, it discouraged me, and I just haven't really messed with it because I've been gathering parts and kind of just preparing to put this thing back together to get it 100%, because this was the car that I drove in high school. I've had this car since 2004. I've had it. It was a Silvia conversion in 2004, and pretty much all the friends that I made in 2004 to like 2011 knew about this car, and they've always asked me, when am I gonna get this back out? Because I know I still actually have the car, and I just really wanna get this thing back together, running and driving with the SR20 Neo VVL, keep it super clean, put my R33 GTR wheels. I'm pretty sure in the United States, I was the first person to have a Silvia converted 240SX with an aero bumper, with all the stuff done, SR20 with R33 GTR wheels and that Tanabe Super Medallion exhaust. I actually bought so many parts from Kazuma, Japan. They sent me a huge flag that I will end up hanging up in the new shop now that I have a clean area and it's not gonna get all dusty, because I've had it since like 2004. And also another crazy thing, when I bought my original Aero S13 bumper, full Silvia front from Japan, I pieced it together. The Aero bumper shipped from Japan was $200. That's not the original one, that's another one. I bought a whole nother front clip from Japan just for another spare Aero bumper. So I have this one, I have that one, and then I have a spare one, the original one that came off this car, which actually got cracked from when I had the car impounded one time. The police, it was a lot lower than it is now. I still have the coilovers for it. I'll probably actually get different coils because they are Tane monoflexes. I might still use them, I'm not 100% sure. We'll see what happens. I have a ton of miles on them, they've never leaked, but now Tane has kind of gone downhill with their quality, so I probably wouldn't get Tanes again. I'd probably throw some Olin's coilovers on it. But what happened was, state trooper pulled me over, said the car was stolen. I had my dad bring the title. I had the registration in my name. I had the insurance in my name. Title was in my name, and he still said it was stolen. They impounded it. The tow company that came to pick it up split the bumper in half because tow companies usually don't care about anything or anybody's property when they're towing it. So I got this replacement bumper because I don't want to run that bumper. I'll end up fixing that, plastic welding it, and probably end up selling it. But the great thing is all these bumpers are complete with the reinforcements uncut and the foam that goes in them and everything. All the markers, all the grills, those are really, really hard to find in good condition at this period in this time. So what I want to do is I'd like to find brand new quarter panels. So I need a driver's side for this car, and I need a driver's side for that car over there. So I need 2 brand new quarter panels. I also need a rocker assembly and then all the front sheet metal, and then we'll get this back on the road. But yeah, it's getting a little bit late. Chris doesn't have lights on his trailer, so Chris said the shop's getting a little bit full. Nah, I think we'll be good. I just need some lifts. Some lifts. We got a vacuum over there. Chris was having a little bit of fun with the vacuum, so they sent us one. So.
Yeah, can we try that out? Can we try it out?
You can't let your wife know about it though. We'll put some lipstick on it. good on that side?
Yeah. Okay, you're good.
You know those red ones?
Yeah.
This is the Japanese version of it. They're actually cool. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah.
Cool and apart. Just finished loading the Grand Prix and the Pulsar GTIR. I really need to get on this project because it needs a lot of rust repair, and I've been trying to find panels for it. So if I could find like a quarter panel and all this sheet metal, which is very surprising that Nissan doesn't keep it in stock, because these are pretty rare and they made a decent amount of them. So they made them from, I mean, the GTIRs, much didn't change in means of the normal like base model ones that didn't have all-wheel drive or an SR20, all the front stuff, the core support, all that stuff. But I guess you know, it is what it is, and hopefully I can find the stuff that I need. I need a core support and some other stuff up there as well, so we'll see. That's probably good. Ah, forgot all about that. Here, that's it. Okay, hold on. You're good. This thing looks so good in the sun. It's kind of a shame. I need to get her done. But everybody's been wondering why the Durango isn't running and driving. It's because all the drivetrain's in the blue car. And I've talked about this. Came over to the house and loaded up the Volvo V70R because I need to do the manual transmission swap on it and a few other things, but it you know, I need it at the other shop because I'll have the lift there and everything, but then it won't be leaking oil on the driveway anymore until I get the new engine in it, and then all the leaks will be solved. I think the oil cooler O-ring is bad on the back of the oil pan, so we'll get that all Got the Durango over at the new shop. Hell yeah. Durango is now in the new shop, and I'm definitely going to need some lifts in here, but I have more cars inside. Actually, I have every car now inside, and I had more than half of them outside before. So we'll just kind of work through, get the Durango finished. So the plan with the Durango is I'm going to put it back together. I haven't wanted to do that because the drivetrain has been in the blue Charger, but I will be getting a new engine and transmission for the Charger, as well as a bigger supercharger. Will make more power, and then the swap that is in the Charger is going to go back in the Durango, and we'll make 850 all-wheel horsepower in the Durango just as it sits out of the box. So it'll be really nice to do it that way. And then the other Durango Hellcat, I'm going to put that together because this one has a salvage title. The other one doesn't have a salvage title. It has a clean title, and it makes it a lot more sense if I go ahead and do something different with the other Durango that has a clean title. I'm going to leave it the factory color. It's like the black metallic. It looks really good. It needs a frame rail and some other stuff that was cut off when it got stolen, plus all the other parts that it's missing. But it'll just be cool to get that thing together, get this one together, get the new engine, transmission, the belt tranny, the belt transfer case in the Charger, and some other upgrades to the Charger as well while I'm at it, because I want to redo a few things just to make some suspension geometry a little bit better. I designed some billet knuckles, some other billet components. It'll just make a lot more sense to do it that way. And for the meantime, I can still drive the blue Hellcat Magnum until I get that new engine, and that'll probably be around spring. It's all the parts are on order, they just need to be fulfilled. So it's a lot of money in parts, but once that's all said and done, we'll have a built engine in the blue Charger, the blue Hellcat Magnum. We'll have the original engine back in the Hellcat Durango, and then I'll have a different engine for the other Hellcat Durango, which hopefully once I do that, it'll be nice, and I'll probably just end up maybe selling this one, keeping that one. That one should make at least 1,000 wheel, and maybe like 1,100 wheel, something like that, which will be super insane. But yeah, let's do some other stuff around the shop, and then we're gonna go grab the last load of cars. There's a tree back there that I want to get rid of because it's actually growing through the fence, and it's already kind of messed up the fence, so I don't want it to mess it up anymore. This is the culprit tree. Look at this, it's growing through the fence. I think we only need to, actually we probably need to cut all 3 of these down. Maybe I won't do this today. I need to get on the other side, maybe. I brought a full load of just random miscellaneous parts for project cars and some tools and some oil over to the new shop. I don't exactly know how people tow a bunch of weight in Ford Rangers and have them last, because this thing, the tranny cooler was actually pretty cool. It wasn't hot or anything like that, but it was having like this weird shift flare. It wasn't really a flare, it just kind of was like a thud every once in a while. So I'm not exactly sure what was causing that, but she made it. No problems, no issues other than that weird, it was kind of like it felt like a transmission thud, but I probably have maybe a little bit, maybe 2,000 pounds of weight. I would think you could carry 2,000 pounds in a Ranger, maybe less than 2,000 pounds, but I have plenty of OS Geiken clutches. So this is a 370Z clutch. This is for my SR20. I have this gold one down here for the Mark III Supra. If this camera ever catches up, the Mark III Supra way over there behind the LS240. That white Supra is going to be 2JZ, single turbo, and R154 with his OS Geiken triple plate. But other than that, this camera is really slow. But other than that, I have some other stuff. I have all the stuff to rebuild an S13 transmission with all new bearings. I have a few crates of S13 mirrors, and then I just have a bunch of just randomness of some turbochargers. I have a whole milk crate of SR20 starters that I've just kind of kept because I have so many SRs, and getting good factory Nissan SR20 starters is kind of a pain. And then I have the other VR4 head, and then I have the trailer hitch for the Durango Hellcat, and this is the original rear impact beam off of that Durango Hellcat. And then my tubing notcher, or no, my tubing bender that you can't get any parts for anymore, that guy that was trying to help me out that one time completely destroyed. So I'll probably just have design this and have Sencut Sen make me 2 new plates so they're not all bashed in anymore. So let's get all this stuff unloaded, and then probably gonna call that a day and a video for moving stuff to the shop. Got quite a bit of stuff moved just because there's so many cars still. And the last of the cars that I have to move is I have a 240SX convertible that wasn't supposed to be touched at the junkyard, but me and Chris were going to move it yesterday. This video is like 3 or 4 days long, but we were going to move it yesterday. Come to find out that the junkyard, even though I spray painted my name across the side of it because it's not a perfect shell. I mean, the quarter panel is messed up, but I had a replacement quarter that I cut off another convertible. The junkyard decided that they were just gonna start parting the car out. So, you know, I was down in another yard. I really wasn't paying attention to it. I wanted the car up by the shop, but the owner would randomly move my cars around, and then we can kind of move forward. And finally, you know, it's a lot of cars in here, but at the end of the day, it's a lot more room. I mean, this shop right here, I have stuff so spread out and so like far apart, the cars, and there's so much more room. I could put so many more cars. And when I came in to drop all this stuff off out of the Ranger, I was looking around, I'm like trying to figure out where I want to put lifts at. And I'm like, well, maybe I'll put some lifts over here in front of the doors. And then I'm thinking, well, if I ever wanted to back a trailer in and work on it, then there's going to be a lift there. I won't be able to do that. I don't want to lift over by the bathrooms or that supply closet. And I was like looking at the cars angled right here, these 3. If I put 3 or 2 lifts right there, that'd be like the cherry on top. So I think that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to put maybe 2 or 3 2-posts right there at an angle, so then I could just drive in, come in, put them on a lift it up, and we'll be great. And we'll still have all this room right here to be able to go to the back. And like I said before, I want to take this whole wall out, and I really don't need that bench right there. I'd rather get some nice benches that aren't wooden benches. So I'd probably leave that bench for now, but eventually I want to pull that bench out, that wall out, and all that stupid shelving over there that's just kind of built in, that's random. It doesn't really work because it's so, you know, you could put a head in there, but then it's so deep that you can never put something. You could put a pallet on there if I put a pallet with a forklift, but at the end of the day, those shelves are kind of worthless to me. So just take all that out. Then I could just come in, put in a bunch of 4-posts. I think I could probably fit 6 across that back wall. And then maybe more. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 or 7 4-posts over there, which wouldn't be bad. And then I'll have more room to store cars. Plus, when you have cars on a 4-post, it's kind of nice because then rodents can't get into the cars that are on the top of the 4-posts, which is really nice. So let's get all this stuff unloaded, and then we'll just kind of work and keep moving. I mean, I need to probably run a box truck now that most of the bulk of the cars are moved. All the inside cars are now moved. So probably just need to get a box truck, like a big one, and just load it up and just have it for like a week, and I'll be able to just bust it all out. It'll be a week of moving, and then everything will be over here, and we'll be out of the junkyard shop 100%. So, you know, I'll miss the junkyard shop. I really liked it, but this is just such a nice change.